Welcome back to the channel, homemakers. Come along with me as we do some fun summer homemaking. Let's take time to enjoy the summer season. I don't know if you're like me, but I tend to get so busy with the day-to-day stuff of life that a lot of times I don't even notice the changing seasons around me. But there is so much goodness this time of year, and I decided to be intentional and to bring back those traditions that bring my family joy. It's a beautiful Saturday here in Savannah, Georgia, and we're headed to the farmer's market. I was hoping to find some peaches to make a peach cobbler, but I think we were a little bit too late. All the peaches were sold out, but we did find a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Since we're in downtown Savannah, I thought it would be fun to just drive you around and show you some of the sights. My grandmother is turning 94 years old this month, and I'd like to make a peach cobbler in honor of her. This is something that she would make for us when we were children. Recently, we had to put her into memory care in a nursing home, and it brought out all kinds of emotions, but probably not the emotions that you would expect. If you've been watching some of my other videos, you've probably heard me talk about my wonderful grandfather, but my relationship with her was the opposite. Recently, God pointed out to me that I had unforgiveness in my heart towards her, and He really humbled me. Humbling is not something that's fun to go through, but I'm so glad that I went through it. I was able to forgive my grandmother and make my peace with her. And I was able to trust God on a whole nother level, because after all, He does know best. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I just wanted to pop in and introduce myself. My name is Jennifer. I'm a Christian wife, mama, and homemaker, and I'm so glad you're here today. Today I'm bringing you along for one of my favorite summertime activities. We're headed to a local farm to do some blueberry picking. Next up, we're going to use some of those blueberries that we picked to make blueberry jam. This is my first time making jam, and I'm so excited. The recipe looks super simple, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. I'm going to be using organic cane sugar for this recipe. I try to use coconut sugar for everything nowadays, but I just don't think coconut sugar would taste right with blueberries. These are the only 3 ingredients that we need to make our jam. It sounds super simple. Have you ever made jam before? If so, tell me down in the comments. I would love to hear what flavors you make. The next step is to let the jam cool down to room temperature, and then we can seal it and put it in the fridge. The recipe said that it might take up to 48 hours for it to set. I've been working on a secret project, and in the next few weeks I'll have a new video for you about my kitchen refresh. My husband was off during the week of the 4th of July, and we did a lot of work in our kitchen, and I can't wait to share the final results with you. Just this morning I was reading through 1 Corinthians 15, and when I got to the very last verse, it really struck me. Do you ever have times when you're reading your Bible and it's almost like you get goosebumps because you know that God is saying something specifically to you? Corinthians 15:58 says, "Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain." As homemakers, we must stand firm. Because of the work that Jesus did on the cross and his resurrection, nothing that we do for him is in vain. As we take care of our homes and families, we're serving Jesus. And I know the days can sometimes seem monotonous, and it's good to change out our routines and enjoy the little things of the season. It can help you to keep from getting discouraged. But I just want to encourage you to carry on with your homemaking journey. The things that you are doing right now will have eternal results. One issue that I really struggle with in my homemaking is clutter. We've lived in this house for 20 years, and boy, do I have some clutter. But I tend to be one of those homemakers who doesn't notice the clutter as much as I should. But then when I do notice it, I get so overwhelmed. Does this happen to you? I've decided to just take some small baby steps towards working on my clutter. And this is after I've been thinking about this for weeks and weeks, trying to come up with a plan. I decided I'm going to start in my dining room because I think that will be the easiest room in the house. And hopefully I can build some momentum and go from there. So we're in the dining room, and this dresser is the first thing that I'm going to start decluttering. I have a box for things that I want to donate, and then a bag for things that I want to throw away. In this dresser is where I keep my collection of tablecloths and aprons. I'm going to be keeping things that are sentimental to me, like these aprons that my grandmother made a long time ago, because once they're gone, I'll never get them back. Do you have things from your grandparents that are sentimental to you? I would love to hear about it. Tell me down in the comments below. I just love Rick Rack, don't you? It gives me all the vintage vibes, and I think it is so sweet and so precious. I also wanted to share with you this vintage Thanksgiving tablecloth that I picked up at a yard sale for $3. I just love finding vintage items, but I wish that I knew how to decorate better using them. I also wanted to say that I'm really making an effort not to buy something unless it's something that I really love and that I know that I'll use. I wanted to show you an estate sale find that we got for $15. This is an old record player, and it doesn't work, but it sure is cute. I've been looking for one of these for a long time. The top opens up and there's a record player and storage inside for your albums. And I think it is just the cutest thing. When we were at that same estate sale, I found about 40 issues of my favorite magazine, The Good Old Days. It cost me $10, and boy, it was worth it. I felt like I had hit a gold mine. This magazine is in its 60th year of publication, and the stories are all sent in by the readers, and they're all wholesome and just so fun to read. And they truly take you back to the good old days. I ended up with a box of stuff to donate and a bag full of trash. This is getting me off to a really good start. Now all I have to do is just keep going. I would love to hear what you've been up to this summer. I hope you're taking time to enjoy all the sweetness that summertime has to offer. Bring back some of those old recipes and traditions, but don't forget to make new ones as well. I have a video about bringing joy into your homemaking, and I'll leave it right here on the screen for you. If you have a prayer request, don't forget to leave that down in the comments section. I would be honored to pray for you, and I'll see you next time.